YouTube. Welcome back to my channel, Faith's Garden. It's Faith. I am a mental health advocate and aspiring life coach, Christian life coach. Here you can hope to find faith-based content about mental health and moving forward past some of the struggles and difficulties that we face in life. So this message that I have for you, this has helped me throughout my week. And it's called Fix Your Eyes on Jesus, right? So the one story that comes to mind when I think about focus or like fixing your eyes on Jesus is the story of Paul when Jesus walked on the water and Paul got out of the boat and he had his focus on Jesus and he moved towards him as he began to walk on water as well. And somewhere in there, Paul doubts and gets afraid and starts to sink and says, reaches out his hand and says, Lord, Lord. And Jesus helps him up and he says, why did you doubt? You know, I have learned to fix my focus on Jesus as if I'm walking on water, like that Elevation song. This is how you walk on water, one foot in front of the other. Never gonna let you go under, just put one foot in front of the other. I love that song. So I often think about like what my faith looks like walking on water. Focusing on Jesus, not doubting, but focusing on Jesus, focusing on his word, focusing on who he is, focusing on what he can do in your life and change, focusing on what's ahead and not looking backwards and not looking at my feet, but having my eyes fixed on Jesus. So I was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and I also feel like I have multiple personality disorder. To me, it feels like I'm possessed. I still feel that way, but I don't believe that I am possessed. It feels as though I am, but I don't believe that I am. So there's two different things going on there. But, yeah. So nothing about my situation has changed, except the fact that that I fix my focus on Jesus now. And some of the things that still happen, I still hear voices. I still feel as though I am possessed, although I don't believe that I am. I still have those outbursts. So those things haven't changed. Those things still happen. You can look back at my earlier videos and see exactly what I'm talking about. Those things still happen, though less often. And I think it's due to the fact that I do fix my focus on Jesus, and he has taken me further than where I was before. So yeah, and my focus is currently on Jesus, right? So what does that look like? What does it look like when your focus is on Jesus? So that looks like consistently seeking his face. You know, seek and ye shall find, knock and the door shall be opened unto you. Making time for the Lord. That looks like prayer in the morning or prayer at night before you go to bed. Moments where you stop to think about his goodness and you worship him. Moments where you just have a little conversation with him. Moments where you consistently pray throughout the day. Like another one is constant prayer. Being in constant prayer, fervent prayer. Yeah. And pursuing the things of God. So to me, like, that could be your calling. That could be doing what you feel like you're called to do. Like how God has called you to be a teacher or a mother or a homemaker or a pastor or a minister. Just following that path. So that's what it looks like to keep your focus on Jesus. When I was diagnosed with schizophrenia, I was constantly praying for deliverance. And when deliverance didn't look like what I thought it would look like, now I choose to look ahead at what the Lord has in store for me. I pursue him in the morning. I pray to him throughout my day. You know, I'm not looking back. I'm not staying stagnant, which is staying in the same place for too long. I fix my focus on Jesus. I'm going toward him. I lock eyes with Jesus. I stay focused. I walk on water. I lock eyes with Jesus. I stay focused. I walk on water. Paul got out of the boat and began to walk on water toward Jesus. Now, we all know the story that he sunk. He started to sink because he started to doubt. But let's think about how if Paul hadn't begun to doubt, what would that look like? To me, it would probably look like dancing on the water eventually when he got to Jesus out of amazement and surprise that he had actually walked on water and believed and gotten to his master and danced with him on the water. To me, it looks like joy. It looks like faith. It looks like just the happiest moment that you could probably think of. To fix your eyes on Jesus, to walk on water and make it to him. It's beautiful. Like, had Paul not lost focus, had Paul not begun to doubt, had Paul just fixed his focus on Jesus and believed the whole way through, what would that look like? That looks like joy to me. What does that look like to you? What do you think he would do? What do you think that moment would look like? I feel like it looks like us sometimes. When Jesus asks us to step out of the boat, or when we feel ready to step out of the boat, and then it looks kind of shaky, it looks unsafe, it looks kind of strange. What if we just fixed our focus on Jesus? What if we don't doubt and begin to sink? Think about what that would look like for you. And then remember to lock eyes with Jesus, stay focused, and walk on water. Guys, I feel like so fearful sometimes. So fearful in this journey. Because I don't know if everything is going to be okay. Well, actually, scratch that. I do know. He will not put the righteous to shame. I know that's in the word somewhere. But our hope won't be in vain, So before, when this diagnosis was the scariest thing, I now have faith every single day to believe that the Lord is my strength, that the Lord is going to lead me, that the Lord is going to guide me, that the Lord is going to protect me, that I have angels concerning me that take charge over me, that no weapon formed against me shall prosper. I am the head and not the tail. I am above and not beneath. That God is for me, not against me. So who could possibly matter that could be against me? All of those wonderful promises that he makes to me, I remember those throughout my day. I fix my focus on Jesus and I walk on water. I hope this blesses somebody today. I hope that you know that he is for you and not against you. I hope that you begin to step out of the boat and fix your sights on Jesus and not think about the distractions or the incapabilities or how it could never work or how you could never be or the voices that you hear in your head that tell you that it's never going to be okay, that you should live in fear and be stuck. But no, get out of that boat, go walk on the water and get to Jesus. He is for you, not against you. He is always with you. Remember his promises. Fix your eyes on Jesus. Stay focused and walk on water. God bless you guys. I hope you have a great day. I hope that that you're making healthy choices. And remember to share, like, and subscribe. Please share. Because especially for the next segment that's coming up, I pray that you do share. It's not for me that you're sharing or for me to be Instagram famous or YouTube famous, but just for those who are hurting and who don't know who they are in Christ. I think we could really see a positive change if we begin to think about what this could do for somebody else who is in this predicament where they're hearing voices and struggling with that belief that they are a spy. Because it could have been me, y'all, and I tell y'all that every time. It could have been me. Y'all know my testimony. But share, like, and subscribe, please. I love you guys. Bye. Hi, my name is Faith. I am a mental health advocate and aspiring Christian life coach. If you are hearing voices that you are a spy and that you work for the United Nations, or maybe you feel like you can hear others' thoughts, I want you to know that you are not alone. You do not have to be afraid of that voice. You do not have to hurt anyone or go undercover. I want you to seek professional help from your local hospital or a trusted friend. The people who love you are not trying to hurt you. Again, you cannot hear others' thoughts. If you are hearing what sounds like someone else's thoughts and it's keeping you silent, help and freedom lies on the other side of just being honest. Again, tell someone what you've been hearing. And again, my name is Faith. I am a mental health advocate and aspiring Christian counselor. I am not a spy gone rogue. I have never worked for the UN. I hope this helps somebody. I hope that you're able to hear the message and that you're able to believe that you are not a spy in the UN. God bless you. Bye.